Hello guys, it's Ty, aka the Flip Man. How to wholesale 3 to 5 deals per month. I did this video a few years back, probably out of all my 150 plus videos here on YouTube, my YouTube channel. It may be one of the most popular ones. So this is somewhat an update, refresher. On some of the things I may have not covered back then, I'm covering now. Because things change. You know, the process of putting deals together is the same. But how we get to that point, technology makes it a lot easier. So, assuming you know what wholesaling is, first of all. So, I have other videos on that. So, you just go to the channel. But we're just going to assume you know what wholesaling is. Basically, taking a contract, finding a deal, negotiating a very attractive, you have cheap with a seller, putting it on the contract, which means you controlling it for that time frame of the contract, and you find a buyer for it with cash that's going to pay you a higher price than what you have your contract is. So contract A may be for 25,000, contract B may be for 34,000. You get the difference, which is 9,000. I'm assuming you know this. If you don't, just go to YouTube, Google me, the Flip Man, or howtofliphouses.net. Pretty much anything on wholesale, you may see my ugly mug somewhere at some point. You can just dive into my videos again. So I assume you know all of this. Okay, all right. It's all about marketing, guys. Your title is a wholesaler or a real estate investor. At the end of the day, you are a marketer, an advertiser. Your goal as a wholesaler every day is to get up and make sure that your phone is ringing on a daily basis. There's no brain surgery behind this. I'm no smarter than you. Where I live is no better. Some people, my market may be a little bigger, but a lot of people, my market is a lot smaller. So, you know, that's a give and take. You got to have people to do deals, you know, so that's just a numbers game. But at the end of the day, if my phone is not ringing, I'm not going to do deals. I'm just not. I'm not going to do deals. So it all starts with marketing. Now, if you watched any number of my videos, you know I am a huge believer in bandit signs. And I know, they're illegal everywhere. So let's get that out of the way. They're illegal in all cities, all counties, all states, right? It's an ordinance, though. Not like you're going to go to jail for. You may get fined, but never happened to me. 13 plus years doing this as of the date of this video. All right. So the easy thing to do, and you know, it's not for everybody. You know, that's fine. You don't have to do bandit signs. A lot of people are very successful in this business, and they don't do bandit signs. So the easy thing to do in your market, obviously, you want to be where no competition, and you want to put your signs where other signs don't exist. You can try that and test it, but for the most part, bandit signs are nothing new. If you don't see them in your part of your town, that means that part of town, whether it's the people that live there, if it's a different municipality, they don't play it, whatever, or the actual city itself, whereas they may be more enticed to pull signs down on one side of town if it's the same city, and the other side of town they don't. You as a wholesaler, a marketer, wholesaler, whatever you want to call it, the easy thing to do is to start putting signs where other signs already exist. You say, well, I want to be there. Everybody got signs up. That's fine. Put yours up. The people that are putting out signs, they're not wasting their time and money if they are not working. Just think about that. They're not wasting their time or money if they're not working. They call this person, they'll call you also. Wendy's sells hamburgers, McDonald's sells hamburgers, Burger King, Crystal, they all make money. Same thing with wholesalers. You can have your sign up, another guy's. If you follow the way I do it, you're going to probably be different than everybody else anyway in the way you're putting out signs. Now, they'll probably eventually start copycatting and go, that's what they do here in my market. But, and I copycatted a guy, but I've taken it to the next level. You know, I thought it was a brilliant idea on how instead of nailing them up on poles, you just tie them around stop signs, no parking signs, with cable tied instead of nailing them up, or sticking them in the ground. It just gives you so much more flexibility to go into areas and different markets that, nailing them up just won't give you that option. So with all that being said, if you're going to do bandit signs, some people say I put up 5 signs or 20 signs. It's normally not enough. 50 a week is a good number. If you can do more, do more. 50 a week is a good number. And I'm being just totally transparent with you on what's worked. If you could do more, you're going to do more deals. All right, that's bandit signs. We get that out of the way. And you keep it simple. You have to think about it. These people only have a certain amount of time in traffic to read your message. Everybody want to get colorful. We buy houses as is in the country. Keep it simple. You have a very small space that you can work with. So keep that in mind whenever you're having your signs created. Before I go any further, you can do your due diligence on signs all over the internet, but I personally recommend for students and non-students, dirt cheap signs. Just call my guy. Don't order them online. Call and speak to Curtis. He'll give you the discount that he offers people that I refer. Nothing in it for me, but I just get the same discount. That's the only thing that's in it for me. So one of the best deals I've found. You can get a rush delivery. Other than that, it takes about 2 weeks to get them. Get a rush delivery by paying an extra $50 or so. You can get them in a week. Other than that, it may take 2 weeks. But that's who I recommend, dirtcheapsigns.com. Don't order online. Call and speak to Curtis. Their phone number will be there. And if you go to junkers101.com, you'll see I have the number there also. But anyway, so with that being said, what you say on your bandit signs matters. I buy houses. We buy houses. Cash for houses. In my opinion, I buy houses and we buy houses works the best. Phone number. That's it. And I do 9 by 24. I do something different than everybody else doesn't do. I hate to say it, but whatever, I do 2-color. It's a little more expensive, but this business pays for itself over and over again. One deal pays for a year of bandit signs. I do 2-color, and I don't do funky yellow and black and all that stuff. Red and blue on white. The human eyes are naturally attracted to red first and blue second. The next thing that you could do, direct mail. A lot of ways to do it. Postcard, yellow letters. I do it a little different, and that's basically my training. I'm not going to go through that. I do it different because anything that I do, I try to stand out from what everybody else does because I'm not inventing anything. The only thing I try to do is be a little innovative to separate myself from the pack. Okay? So, and back to bandit signs. I'll get to that. I'll get back. So direct mail. So I actually buy a smaller list. And I actually do due diligence on each property because whenever you buy a list, you're going to have properties there that are probate, you're going to have tax situations, you're going to have divorce, you're going to have inherited property, whatever. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters, no matter what the situation of the seller is equity. So I will actually go through, and it's time consuming, and you have to just base it around your schedule or whatever. You're going to send less, it's going to cost you less, but it's going to cost you more time. So you have to wait that. Now you can still do postcards and do yellow letters, just do a mass mailing with everything. There's services out there. But the way I do it, I'm looking for equity. So I'm going to do due diligence on the entire list. But it's a smaller list. Hey, that's me. Like I said, I'm going to stand out. And how I mail it is also going to separate me from everyone else. That's in the course. I'll leave that for the course or whatever. Students, you already know. So direct mail. All right. Now, that's the seller side of it. Now, obviously, there's internet things you could do with, obviously, with a website. And, but with a website, no one knows it's there if you're not promoting it in some form or fashion. It's difficult. Real estate investing is a very competitive group of keywords when you're dealing with Google and things of that nature. There's some other things that you can do, but, don't sleep on the internet and the social media side of it. I'm really getting into that side of it myself. I don't know if I'll ever release that information because it just gets flooded. It's going to eventually get flooded anyway. There's some things that I've been doing here lately that I know no one else. There's very few people that are doing it in the real estate side of the game, but don't sleep on it. It's there. Eyeballs. That's the name of the game. So that's on the seller side of it. All right. On the buyer side of it, it's all about marketing also. Now, you may not have any buyers. It's not hard to give away money. Some people say find the buyers and go find what they want. Well, really, that's what you're doing. But whenever you're negotiating with a seller, you always should have the mentality, I don't have a buyer at all. That should generally keep you in the mindset, I need to get this really cheap, because when I do present it to buyers that I've never talked to before, it needs to be a no-brainer to as many people as possible. That should be your actual goal, is for it to be a no-brainer to as many people as possible. So, the thing that you're going to do, now some areas of town you can't do this in the cheaper areas. You can use bandit signs, whether you take some of the ones that you already have or use blank ones, flip them over and just do some handwritten. It's important on what marker you use. I still go with red, blue, red or black on white. House for sale, 34,000 cash, phone number. That's it. That's the only room you have here. And it's important that it's all about visibility. So you put the signs out, maybe only about 20 signs, doesn't take many, in the area where the house is located, not really on the property, but in that general area. And what you're doing is that you attract investors in that area that do that business. So they see 34 and they know this is a $90,000 neighborhood, they're going to call you. They just are. Now you'll get a lot of people call you, oh, you rent the property and all this kind of stuff, but your main goal is to generate action. Okay, now I'm just giving you different things on how to market. Now, obviously, you're going to go online and do Craigslist. That's free when you do act as the owner. And then don't sleep on posting on Zillow also. That's a huge way to promote a property also, especially higher dollar. Well, it doesn't matter, higher dollar, lower dollar. It doesn't matter. Great place to place dealing is free. So at the end of the day, the main way to get to do 3 to 5 deals or even more is that it's worked out for me over time. If I'm talking to 3 to 5 people per day, I'm going to do 3 to 4 or 5 deals per month. It's that simple. So that all starts with all the marketing stuff I just talked to. I just gave you a few things, the main things that I've used over the years that have been successful. Obviously, technology makes this a lot easier. If you don't have a smartphone, which most people do, get one. I'm a huge Apple guy, so I'm an iPhone guy, but you don't have to have one. But, it's just me. Just better product. I've used Android, but in my opinion, just a better product for business, in my opinion. So anyway, so don't forget about the 150 plus videos on YouTube, junkers101.com if you want to get the course in coaching, howtofliphouses.net, same thing. You want to learn to flip commercial vacant building, that's a huge part of what I'm doing now. Howtoflipcommercial.com or flipthisbuilding.com. It's all there. You want a copy of my contract? I probably have an ad right here anyway. Text contract to 313131 and you can get my copy of my contract for free. Call or text me 205-492-3425. Flip Man out.